go as quickly as you can
we
before
do.
votes
Thank you.
cause us to leave.
You spoke about the 60% enriched uranium. Iran also has significant amounts of 20% enriched uranium. The more difficult part is to go from 5% to 20%. What is your view in negotiations of the 20% uranium?
Well, I've used the term highly 60% because that's the one that clearly has. I mean, even 20%, you could argue, not that I claim that they are, but you could argue they're being used for medical isotopes and things of this nature. But 60%, there's no reason for it. The only way you get to 60 is because you're on your way to 90. But the term we actually use in the talks and in everything we're on is highly enriched uranium.
So it would be correct.
That would cover the 20, correct.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Well, listen, I want to congratulate you for the impressive job you're doing for the American people. My only critique would be that we need to hear more from Marco Rubio. President Trump is obviously in a class by himself, but you're the best communicator in the administration on complex foreign policy issues. I was in the room with you in Munich, so I know you wear a lot of hats. There's a lot of memes about you, but please continue to be as vocal and upfront as you can. A question I have about is expeditionary diplomacy. I had the privilege of serving as a State Department officer in Iraq during the Iraq surge. I had twice passed A100 classes and had offers to be FSO, but I actually came in as a 3161 hire at the time because the State Department did not have a capability for expeditionary counterinsurgency. This is something I've been working on with former Ambassador Ryan Crocker to both develop this capability, look at something like a State Department Reserve Corps, and also as a legacy of Benghazi, there has been, because of the politics around it, there has been sort of this mindset set in that we can't take any casualties amongst State Department officers. We need to have people in the State Department that can push out and can serve. And I wish if you could speak to the American people and to State Department officers about what your view is about a more expeditionary function.
It's a concept we're very interested in, and I know you're interested in it as well. And just I can put it in simple terms, it's basically the ability to deploy diplomats in a place where we may not have an embassy and we may not have all the trappings. Obviously, diplomatic security and others get concerned because in their mindset, the risk factor should be zero. They don't want anyone being harmed. But I think the point you're raising is there are some instances in which you will take some risks. People know they're signing up for a risky proposition, but it's a high reward for the country if, in fact, they're successful. So we're interested in the concept. We obviously have to work through our system to make sure we can align it and create something that's functional. And I'd love to work with you on it because I see the promise in the concept for sure. And it's a concept that's existed in the past.
And thank you. Just finally, and being mindful of our time considerations, I think you guys have done an amazing job of needed reforms of bringing USAID under the province of the State Department and certainly de-wokifying some of the nonsense that was going on. We still do have a lot of great State Department officers out there that are very proud to serve our country, and under your leadership, I do talk to some of them from time to time, and they do have some worry and some questions about the overall direction of the institution. So I'd just like to give the ability in the context of this budget request you're making to Congress to sort of sum up your thoughts, the vision of our current State Department officers for the future.
Yeah, I think for the future is we're trying to empower our we're trying to empower our embassies through our regional bureaus around the world. We want them to be the center focus of how we conduct foreign policy because they're on the ground. Too often in the past, foreign policy was mixed between, or diplomacy was mixed between the regional bureaus, and then you had these functional bureaus that had a worldwide mandate on a topic, and they ended up crashing into each other. Now what we want is to truly empower our ambassadors and the people in the field in these embassies that are on the ground every single day. We want decisions to be driven from the bottom up, not from the top down. Some of our best ideas come from the cables that are coming out of the field and back to us. And we want regional bureaus that are empowered as well. To be able to coordinate all this when the lines cross between different countries in the same region. We're also encouraging greater regional integration. So for example, our Western Hemisphere ambassadors are now all are about to start a monthly conference call so that they're all coordinating with each other on regional affairs. These are the kinds of things that we're trying to encourage, but ultimately what we want is a State Department whose foreign policy is driven by the national interest and understands that first and foremost, you have to define what's in the national interest and you have to pursue it in a pragmatic and effective way. That's what we want our diplomacy to be about, and I think some of that mission had been lost. And that's why multiple secretaries of states before me had tried or wanted to reorganize the State Department and weren't able to do it. I'm glad we did, and I think it's going to get stronger every year under this new organizational scheme.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Yield back.